Week 1 of the Las Vegas Raiders OTA practices are officially in the books. And with that being said, we have a lot to talk about. News, notes, highlights, observations from the entirety of Week 1 of OTAs. Now, I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Usually we do day by day updates, right, as OTAs go on. But now they have a little bit of a break. So for anyone who's missed either day 2 or day 3 or any of the days, right, I'm gonna put it all into one video so you guys are kept up to date with everything that we learned from OTAs. Now, before we jump into the video, comment down a player who you think could surprise someone this season, whether it be a rookie, whether it be a veteran who maybe just hasn't been amazing so far in their career but could have the potential breakout this season, or just anybody, right? Comment down below a name. It doesn't have to be perfect, just someone you think could surprise someone on this team. And don't make it like a Devontae Adams. We know how good he is, right? But maybe a guy like Trey Tucker, does he blow up this season? Let me know in the comments down below. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. Now, one of my biggest question marks coming into this season was how much they were going to be able to utilize a guy like Michael Mayer, especially now that they've drafted Brock Bowers. Well, the one thing we've learned so far in OTAs is, yeah, they're going to be able to do it. And they know exactly how. I think Luke Getsy and this offense have done such a good job already implementing a type of scheme that you can utilize two tight ends, but also you're going to have formations where you see Brock Bowers out wide, right? You're going to see formations where you see Michael Mayer out wide, especially in the red zone. Think about the red zone package of Devontae Adams, Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Zamir White, and, you know, Jacoby Myers if you need him out there as well, right? They're going to be insanely versatile and dynamic, especially in the red area of the football field. Now, Michael Mayer is a guy who looks really good. You can tell he's put in the work that you want to see, right? His athleticism, his explosiveness, everything is jumping off the page right now. It's clicking for him, right? He's actually put in the work, and people who are sitting on the sidelines, the media, the coaching staff, they are in awe with Michael Mayer. I don't know if it's because so much attention is, you know, on Brock Bowers that when they look at Michael Mayer, like, oh, wait, that guy's actually looking really good too. I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you right now, Michael Mayer coming out of college was insanely talented, okay? You pair him up with Brock Bowers, good luck, right? You also have Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers. This offense is going to be really tough to stop, and I think you can already start to tell that Michael Mayer is going to have a big season this year, so look out for that. We also talk a little bit, or heard a little bit, about Thayer Munford is a guy, or Munford. Comment down below you say his name. I really don't want to butcher it, but I know I did, so go ahead, roast me if you want. But he's a guy that they are expecting a ton out of, right? Obviously, they draft DJ Glaze, but their hope in you know, confidence in Thayer is there. They think that he is taking a jump up. They've seen him in the weight room all summer, or not all summer, but all offseason long so far. He's going to continue to put in that work, and he's a guy, he doesn't care about the money, he doesn't care about the fame, he doesn't care about his ego, right? The man steps into the building and wants to play football, wants to win football games. I think Thayer's on pace to have a really good season next year, and I would not be surprised at all if this offensive line takes a massive jump right away. Not only because you have Colton Miller and you draft a guy like Jackson Powers-Johnson, and you still have Andre James at center, but you talk about the development. And if Thayer Munford can develop at all, this offensive line is going to be a lot better than they were last season. Now, another guy, this is my most exciting thing, Dylan Lobby, man. Listen, before we get into Dylan Lobby, I need you guys to do me a big favor. Hit the like button, because we want to get this video out to more Raiders fans, but also, most importantly, subscribe if you're new. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing to subscribe, and we're going to be covering the Raiders throughout it all, right? Not only the rest of OTAs, which we're going to be covering next week, not only mandatory minicamp, but training camp, preseason, regular season, we're going to cover the Raiders throughout it all. So make sure you guys join the family again. It's free. It doesn't hurt you. And also turn on post notifications so you're notified every time we post one of these videos. Okay, with that being said, let's dive into Dylan Lobby. This is going to be one of the most underrated, one of the most intriguing, you know, backs coming out of this NFL draft. Didn't really think he was going to, you know, make not make an impression, but I didn't think he was going to be someone who was this good right away. I knew how good he was in college, but I thought it would take him a little bit of time to acclimate to the NFL play style, especially when you have guys like Zamir White and Alexander Madison. But no, Lobby's a guy who has been insanely productive in practice. Highlight plays after highlight plays. And the thing about Dylan Lobby, he's a fighter, right? A couple of years ago, maybe not a couple years ago, but 5, 10, whatever, how many years ago it was, Tom Telesco signed a UDFA. Now, this UDFA coming out of college was very good at a couple of things, working hard, good work ethic, but really good at catching the football at the backfield. He ended up being Austin Eckler, who had a couple of really good seasons at running back for the Chargers, and Tom Telesco did a really good job at finding those type of backs. Dylan Lobby looks like he could be very, very similar. I'm telling you guys, if you watch practice at all, you could tell Dylan Lobby was making plays. He's very good at catching the football. He's also good in pass pro. You got to be really excited about what he's bringing, what he can do. Maybe even day one as maybe not a day one starter, but someone who could eventually be a 3-down back. But most importantly, a guy that does it all. Can run, can pass protect, can catch the football at the backfield, is very elusive, is very, hard training, work ethic is up there. I mean, you love to see it. And then Tyree Wilson, man. Tyree Wilson looks more... I mean, last year you could tell he didn't really look like he was a part of... it didn't look like he was focused, right? It didn't look like he was ready to compete at the NFL level. This season, yeah, it's different. It's different. I don't know if he's been training with Max Crosby. I don't know if he's been in the lab. But it looks like he has been, right? It looks like this man is... he's drawing a lot of attention. And you look at this D-line, Max Crosby, Christian Wilkins, Tyree Wilson, and I think Tyree Wilson has definitely bulked up a little bit more. And then Malcolm Kuntz, dude, this defensive line is really coming together, man. Really coming together. And then you look at the second level with Robert Spillane and Divine Diablo. Oh my, dude, I'm getting really excited for what this team is looking like. Tyree Wilson definitely looking like he's taking the corner. And then again, take everything with a grain of salt, right? There's no pads, there's no contact, so you really got to take everything with a grain of salt. But man, Tyree Wilson looks good. Patrick Graham thinks his potential is through the roof. And, quite frankly, so do I. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about Jackson Powers-Johnson. Or also, we can talk about the quarterbacks as well. Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell, both look really good. The competition level is there, right? Those guys are working hard, competing every single day. It's not a toxic room at all. Sometimes you see, guys just not want to train with each other. Guys not want to, be friendly with each other because at the end of the day, Aiden O'Connell, or I should say, Gardner Minshew came here to do one thing: take Aiden O'Connell's job. And same thing, Aiden O'Connell is trying to keep the #1 job. So there's a lot of competitive energy, but at the end of the day, this is not the same. This is not the same thing you'll see around the NFL. These guys are working together. These guys are competing together because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who starts. It matters if they're winning games. And if they're winning games, then everyone's happy, right? And honestly, the best job in football, right, is probably being a backup quarterback. You get paid to pretty much just watch, right? I mean, that is crazy to me. So I think they're being very competitive, but at the same time, they're helping each other, which is the most beautiful thing you can see in football. Guys come together and notice that they just want to work together. So love that. I think Jackson Powers-Johnson is the guy that they have a lot of high hopes for. Obviously, I think he suffered a minor injury, but not really too sure about it yet. We'll see what happens going forward. Just a lot of, tension in terms of how bad the injury. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. But do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. Hopefully, we're going to have more content coming out to you soon over the next couple of days, over the next couple of weeks. I think Raiders OTA starts in a couple of days again. So with that being said, don't you worry. We're going to keep you guys covered throughout it all. Make sure you guys join the family. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications. I'm looking up real quick just to see if the injury was bad. But I don't really see... Honestly, I don't see too much about it at all. So maybe he's fine. I did hear that there was a little bit of an injury update a couple days ago. But maybe he's okay. Haven't heard anything since. So maybe that is good news. So hit the like button. Join the family. And I'll see you guys in the next Raiders update. Peace.